What's up, people, and welcome to a new edition of Knicks in 6. Cam Smith, and I got my running mate with me, Rebecca Haarlow. And Rebecca, we're talking RJ Barrett, and more specifically, we're making the case of why RJ will be an all-star in the next 3 seasons. So I want you to kick us off and give us reason number 1 of why you believe RJ will be an all-star in the next 3 seasons.
I'm going to say history repeats itself, and let's start right there. RJ Barrett, at 12 years old, wrote down on a piece of paper that he wanted to be in the NBA. So within a couple of years of that, he decided, hey, I'm going to leave Canada. I'm going to go play in Florida because it's the best thing for me to become a better player. So he does that, ultimately becomes the #1 high school player. So he didn't just go and become a better player, he became the best player. At which point he goes on to play for Team Canada. So now he's on the under-19 team and they go on to win gold. So internationally, he's got the gold medal. Plus he was the MVP. So he succeeded at that level. Then he goes to Duke, All-American, succeeds at that level, gets drafted, lottery pick, succeeds at that level. So there is no reason to believe that he's not going to continue with that trajectory.
See, Rebecca, that's why you're my running mate, because we're on the same wavelength and same thinking, because in order to be not just a player, but to be the player, you got to put the work in. And so my reason is because he puts the work in. His work ethic is phenomenal. And you hear it from his high school coach, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, and now Tom Thibodeau, that they love how he gets in the gym and he puts the time in to enhance his game. And his numbers across the board are up, right? So he went from averaging 14 last year to 17 this year, throwing 6 rebounds, a few assists. This dude understands that, hey, the knock on him was that he couldn't shoot the basketball. Oh, really? So in the summer, he put some time in on his game and on his jumper to improve that aspect. So you can't really lay off him. So this is a kid that, again, loves the gym. And we know Tom Thibodeau is a gym rat himself too. So that just plays into RJ's development and how he will be able to continue to get better.
I would say he's got an exceptional blend of intelligence and strength. To me, the fact that he is so strong, can out-muscle guys, and then, like you said, improve that outside game, he's going to have everything at his fingertips if he continues to work in that direction.
Yeah, the basketball IQ is off the charts for him, and that's something that we knew about RJ coming into the NBA, right? So that's a part of my reason number 2 of why I believe RJ will be an all-star in the next 3 seasons, because the game is slowing down for him. And so in order to have the game slow down, you got to have, 1, the experience of playing games and understanding what works and what doesn't work, but then also you got to put in the film study. So yes, we know he puts on the work on the court, but you got to get in front of the TV. You got to break down film, break out your laptop, see what you're doing wrong, see what you can improve on, see what the defense is giving you. He's already a strong kid, to your point as well. He's 6'6", he has the strength, and he's not afraid to get in and mix it up with the bigs to score at the rim. But then also, he understands the in-between game, the mid-range. He knocks those down.
Yep.
That so effectively, and he understands what's a good shot now and what's a bad shot. So it's up here. It's up here in the mental for RJ, the basketball IQ.
I think that the reason why he will be an all-star, in addition to the improvement in the work ethic that we've been talking about here, is because the Knicks coaching staff are a bunch of coaches/teachers. So when Tom Thibodeau came in this year, he said the #1 priority for him in putting a staff together was coaches who had a focus in player development, because he knew that he was going to come in and build this thing from the ground up. And we have seen that pay off in every single way this season. Those guys, not only do they want to do the work, the players, but then they've got a bunch of coaches who know how to teach and coach and have really gotten everything out of these guys in terms of making sure that they're building from the fundamentals on up into every level. And I love that about this Knicks coaching staff.
Yeah, and I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of the Knicks coaching staff, because I think it plays a part into the bolder not a chip, but the boulder that's on RJ Barrett's shoulder, because he never forgets who slights him, right? So left off the all-rookie team, which is crazy last year. But he went in the gym this summer, improved his game, and now he's a better player. You know Tom Thibodeau is probably whispering to RJ, like, hey, RJ, you know they left you off the all-rookie team last year. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to prove them wrong? So RJ's like, okay, cool. You're going to do that? Well, I'm going to get in the gym and make sure that my game is better, and I'm now the second best player on a playoff team that will be there in the end when the dust settles. So this is a guy that understands that, hey, I'm going to make sure that everybody that doubted me, that said I couldn't shoot, that said I wasn't right for the number 3 pick for the Knicks, I'm going to prove to you guys with my numbers and with my play of why not only that number 3 pick was justified, but why New York Knicks basketball will be back, because I'm going to be leading the charge with Julius Randle.
All-stars come from good teams most of the time, right? And so the Knicks are also on an upward trend. They already have an MVP type of player caliber potentially with Julius Randle. And then they're just developing so quickly. I think Emmanuel quickly is going to be an outstanding player. There's just so many pieces around him right now that are also really good.
Shout out to Rowan Alexander Barrett Jr. Yes, I said his full government name. That's it for Knicks in 6. For Rebecca Haarlow, I'm Cam Smith. Thank you for rocking with us once again.